Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you the custom floating element block of our template. Floating element is a special block that can be used any place of a sections. Now I'm going to show you how can you use the floating element. On the hero section, we have to call to action button and it is I'm going to use the floating element on this section and show you how can you use this and edit this block. I can add block and then this is the floating element block. Okay, so when I use this block, you can see it is a mess and I'm going to change the title, a floating block, and then I'm going to change its formatting to something like this. Okay, heading 3. And you can see this block is actually showing over the text block. And then we have the sizing and positioning options. So for the sizing and positioning, you can see we have the position left, position right, position top, and position bottom. We need to use an exact value here. To do this, I want to move this on position left. So if I use 0 pixel, you can see it is going. And then I need to move this on to top. So 0 pixel and it is at top. But I want to move it more top. So I need to use the margin minus 100. And then you can see it is plotting around. And I can also move this to bottom. And if you do something like this, 100 pixel to top, it actually get an issue. So when you use left or right, then you need to use only one value here. So if you want to move this to right, just remove the left value and use 0 to the right. Okay. And this is how it actually works. And you can see this is the size of the floating element, and you can change this to the full size or something else like this one. Okay, and you can change the other items here. Okay, so for example, we can change the other typography settings. This is related to the text block settings. So we will not cover these items here. So on the text block, we have city option, and we're not going to explain this one here, but for the other item like this one, we want to make this one to right align. So this is how the floating elements actually work. There are some other options I'm going to explain. So this is for the mobile offsets and this is for the desktop. Okay. And then we have the height and width options. We can add custom width. For example, if I want to make this one 500 pixel width and 200 pixel height, it will work. But if you want to 500 pixel width, you need to make this one full width. Then this width will apply here. And we can use this one 700. You can see it is actually the container is extending, but not the further text. And this is very good options if we want to show some image to the plotting element. Plotting element. For example, if I go to the background and if I add an image see these options, for example, by okay, so it is showing an image, and you can see this is how the plotting elements image is working. And I can also make this on more bottom of the text, okay, maybe 200. uh, and you can see this is actually working. So this is how the plotting element we can use and any type of image, text, or a solid background color. So this is how the floating element block is working, and this is very useful to use some creative activity for if you want to add some creative items to your section. So, for example, an icon is showing on here, and a text is showing here. This is very creative way you can do your things here. So that's it, and thank you for watching.